Hello, everyone. So glad you could make it. Okay, what are we doing? Um, that's already on. So we are going to. There we go. Woohoo! Okay. I don't know why. As many times as I've done this, okay, I just can't seem to get it right. Okay. Hey, Katie. How you guys doing? Okay, I am here. Let me get some. Oh, I know what I forgot to do. Because I'm here and it's just some tidbits, news tidbits, okay, just a general discussion. However, I do have some updates, a little bit of updates on the Kim Norman situation. Hi, doing me, okay? Good evening to you too. It's not a whole bunch of information as a matter of fact, it's probably information. Most of the information you already heard, but there's some tidbits. But what they done is we have an investigator who is on the case named, this investigator is Detective Donald Thurman, okay? And what he did was he's giving you a timeline and an actual list of what took place and what's going on. And in this list is where we're going to find probably tidbits we may not have heard of, we've already heard of. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to share the screen just in case, because I always like to reveal the source. And I also tried I looked at other places, but I couldn't really find too much more than what this particular, and this is coming out of the St. Louis. Uh-oh, did I? Okay, this is the St. Louis Post-Dispatch. This is a newspaper. I don't know if it's just online or if they can buy it. I don't live in St. Louis, so I wouldn't know. Okay, if they have this is the, every city or state has their own newspaper where they report. So I don't know if this is just online or both. I don't know what this is. Oh, we're going to click out of that. Okay. Yeah, because I hate to just click on things because they trick you with all these ads. Okay, so I got that going right here. Okay, and I'm going to show you this. Let's go here and we get the full page. There we go. There we go. Okay, as I go along, and then I will come back here and there to see your comments and maybe answer or discuss. Okay, so give me a minute. Okay, so hopefully you guys got a chance to read this starting paragraph, okay? And how, just the same old information. And this detective who has been doing on this case is breaking it down, okay, because they're going to present this at, I believe, the trial. Or, matter of fact, they've already probably presented it already. So, telling the judge, okay, what's going on, okay, so everybody can get a picture of it, okay. So he's testifying publicly, revealed for the first time that Andre was a suspect in the theft of the $200,000, okay. Now, the $200,000, Tim said that it was Andre. They said that the security, okay, the security code had been used on the security system, so that had to be somebody who knew it, and there were very few people that did know it, and Andre was one of them. He was to take a lie detector test, and in that process, he revealed that he did not do it, that he suspected Tim or Tim's boys, okay, had something to do with the money being stolen from Miss Robbie's house, okay? Now, I just wanted to put in a tidbit. Not only was it money, but there was some jewelry that was taken as well, okay? And he couldn't take the lie detector. Well, he did, but it came back inconclusive because he had been smoking weed. You know, you can't be under the influence of drugs and alcohol when you're taking these tests, okay? So he was supposed to come back and retake the test without being high, but he got killed instead, okay? And that is what this detective is explaining here as far as what this is boiling down to is basically the $200,000, okay? So they also go through how he gave the $10,000, okay, to Terica, and how she, after the murder, that this lady had opened several bank accounts and deposited this cash throughout these bank accounts, okay? It also discusses, now, my main thing is, getting to this, is that this girl, Terica Ellis, is pleading with the courts to let her go because she's got a sick child at home. Apparently, one of her children suffers from sickle cell anemia. The child is sick. Okay, the child has been sick. So it just makes you wonder, okay, you crying about it now. You wasn't crying about it when you ran down to St. Louis, okay, and set this guy up. You know what I'm saying? You knew you had a sick child at home. You're a stripper. You know, you've been involved in quite a few things now because she's met up with Tim Norman, okay? Yeah, so now she's using her baby is basically what she's doing. She's using her sick baby's condition to try to get bail, okay? That's basically what they're saying here. They talk about the life insurance policies. We know about that. We know he tried to collect it and he didn't get it. So they're talking about the insurance man. His name is Wael Gagman, okay? And he worked in life insurance after a career in the music industry where he helped produce Nellyville, okay, by the rapper Nelly. And now he's caught up in this murder for hire. Everybody has their passports taken so they can't flee the country. But that is what's going on as far as I can update you on the situation that's going on now, okay? She's crying about her sick baby. Let me see here. It says, it mentioned it in here. Now they're testifying, the detective testified that the night of the shooting, Andre came outside of the building on Natural Bridge Avenue near Fairground Park to meet Terica, who had texted him and bought him a pair of pants, okay? The detective said investigators believe a third party then shot Andre, according to prosecutors. Now they also say that the phone, okay, let me see where I can find this. The phone was found in the garbage can. This is what they're saying. Let me see if I can find that. Okay. I can't find it right now. If you read it, okay, it should be in this report about her child suffering from sickle cell. Oh, here we go. I think I clicked on this. This judge orders defendant in Sweetie Pie's murder case held. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is okay. Let me click on this. And we are going to go to that page as soon as my computer, there we go. Okay. So the judge already ordered her to be held in jail until the trial, okay? And okay, here we go. The defense lawyer. Now, this defense lawyer is Terica's defense lawyer, okay? Attorney Morrison. He claims that his defendant was not a danger and needed to be home to care for her 2-year-old daughter, who has a severe type of sickle cell anemia and needs constant monitoring. Oh, so she pleaded not guilty. And so they're arguing about, you know, she's not accused of knowing about the murder in advance, okay? But once, like the judge said, okay, you've been knowing about it for the past 4 years and you haven't said anything. You've been at home with your daughter, taking care of your daughter who's severely sick, and you haven't said anything, okay? It wasn't until we arrested you, okay, now you want to talk. So yeah, they're taking that into consideration. They feel she's a flight danger and a flight risk. And this court document says that Terica twice reported Andre Montgomery's location on the day he was killed. The first time she reported it to Tim. The second time she called an unidentified man using that prepaid cell phone, that burner phone, okay? Ellis heard gunshots as she pulled away. This is her testimony, okay? So we don't know if she's telling the truth or not. This is her testimony. She pulled away. She heard shots as she pulled away from the scene of the murder and dumped the prepaid phone at a gas station. There we go. As she drove home to the Memphis suburbs, according to court testimony. So maybe somebody found that phone. They don't say how they came into that phone. So yeah, and then it's talking about if they're going to seek the death penalty. Yeah. So that's just a little tidbit, okay, on to add to this case. It says that let's see, does this talk about the jury? No, it doesn't say anything really about the jury, okay? I did read that there was some jury taken, okay? So I don't know. But there we have it there. Hey, Deborah. Hey, summer breeze. Makes me feel fine. Blowing through the jasmines in my mind. So that's what we have as far as the update on Mr. Tim Norman. Okay. I'm also aware that he had a second court date and he did not appear at that either. And I am going to check real quick here and see if it comes up. I'm not going to spend too much time because it's just the story is reiterated over and over and over. And that's because there's so many bits and pieces. That's why you're getting it reiterated over and over again. Okay. Yeah, so, and a lot of stuff is also being told via YouTube. Okay. Mm-hmm. And they don't have too much more information than what I've already said. Okay. It's just the story being reiterated over and over again with bits and pieces added to it here and there. Okay. So now we're going to get into the news tidbits. We get some little tidbits, you know, okay, since we're here. Yeah, let me see if I these people ooh, wow. Okay, so I have been looking. Well, yeah, she's only 2 years old. So yeah, she was probably born in 2018. Oh, excuse me. The child has sickle cell anemia. Okay. But what well, yeah, that's true. But what I'm saying, what they're saying is that she know what happened to the boy. Okay. She knows what happened to the boy. And as a matter of fact, yeah, he got shot in 2016. She knew for these past 4 years what had happened to Andre. And for the past 4 years, she didn't gave birth to a child. She didn't raise the child for the 2 years of her life, okay? And yet she still said nothing, okay, about this murder of Andre. So that's what they're looking at it. And two is who she called. They said she called someone else, or she called or she texted somebody else the location of Andre. So she knows, okay, if this person killed Andre, then she knows who killed him because she texted him and told him the location. See what I'm saying? So somebody know, and that's what they're trying to get at too. But if they can't get them, they're going to take it out on these two. I'll tell you that, or these three. They're going to take it out on them and try to give them the maximum if they don't come up with that information. So we'll see how it goes. Okay. Yeah. So what was she doing during the 2 years? We don't know that her daughter, excuse me, her daughter was born, okay? But yeah, you have a point, Summer Breeze, 2 years, okay? So yeah, so this was after Andre got killed. Mm-hmm. And two is, they're going to investigate what she has been doing in between, in the meantime and in between time. And during those 2 years, her sick daughter was born. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Not to mention, okay, they're not going to let you out of jail anyway. And I don't know if she got bail money, because I ain't doing, I don't, I'm not contributing to any GoFundMe's, okay, behind murder charges. I ain't doing it. Nah. Have you guys been paying attention to Jaguar Wright? Jaguar Wright, okay, she's a singer. She's not she's covered a lot of ground in the music industry, okay, but she's not out there as what you would call a celebrity. A lot of people know of her, a lot of people don't, but apparently she's giving a tell-all, okay, about rappers, the R&B. Apparently her targets have been Mary J. Blige, P. Diddy, and oh, you like that? Okay, yeah, okay, right. And oh, and she made a comment about Christopher Wright. Okay, that's my boy. I think he is so freaking fine. Okay, and when he came out with that song "Promises," girl, woo, 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 I could hear that. Yes. Okay. Anyway, she's talking a lot about what's been going on behind the scenes in the music industry. Okay, I probably will post something, if I haven't already, on my community page, so you guys can, or you can Google her. You can Google her, or you can look her up on YouTube, because she's apparently Storm Monroe. Storm Monroe. He's hooked up with Tasha K. Okay, and he does his own news and reporting. Okay, he's got his own channel, and he's been the one who's been doing a lot of reporting on Jaguar Wright. But she's all over YouTube for these past 6 months. She's all over YouTube. People are starting to worry about her safety. I'm not really worried about her safety. She seems fine for right now. Okay. She's supposed to be doing a documentary, she says. Okay, so she's not telling everything. She's gonna say that for what? Her book, her movie, whatever. Okay, but she has said a lot about Mary J. Blige, who she doesn't like. Okay, and P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. Okay, now I see a lot of her videos I've been watching, and a lot of the stuff, she's all over YouTube, and she's pretty much saying the same thing, or that she's got a video up and they've got the video playing. Okay, so she's saying the same thing, talking about basically the same people, and then here and there people are at it. But I noticed that yeah, she's been right. Yeah, she's been going in on the industry, and oh, thank you guys, like that picture. I don't even know what picture. I can't even see it. Okay. But anyway, she's saying a lot of stuff that, well, I've heard. Okay. And then there's some things that I haven't heard. Okay. But it does not surprise me. Okay. Right. Or like things about P. Diddy and homosexuality. Okay, I've heard, but I haven't heard the specifics. Like when she chimes in on Christopher William giving head to P. Diddy, and her friend walked in on this happening, and they did not stop, even though she walked into the room. Now, and you would question, why would they do that? Okay, and she answers it, and it makes perfect sense. These people are setting each other up. Okay, and this is what she talks about. They're setting each other up they to blackmail them, okay, to blackmail them. And it can have a profound effect if you are trying to come up in the industry, okay? You don't want your image tarnished while you're trying to come up, okay? She also talks about jealousy in the industry. And these performers, I'm not going to mention no names. I could if you want me to. You have to let me know. But people who are singing, and there's other people who sing a lot better than them, and how they have suffocated and suppressed these people so that they can be in the spotlight, okay? That's why you don't see others competing with them. And you like, I know there's got to be better singers. It's not like the person doesn't sing, okay, but there's better singers. Oh, girl, you like Christopher Williams? Yes, boo-boo. Okay. Yes. Yes. Oh, he was, and so when she talks about that, okay, I can understand. Like, I remember seeing Christopher Williams. I remember when I saw him for the first time and heard his music. I'm like, oh no, okay, he gonna take off, okay, right? Well, he didn't take off like I thought he was gonna take off, okay, and now I see why, okay. He's a nice looking man, very nice looking, and he's got that deep voice, and he can sing. Okay, so you know they were suppressing him and crawling all over him. Okay, right. Not to mention, she talks about, okay, here's some scattering. She talks about how P. Diddy, she talks a lot about Puff Daddy and how I'm pretty sure he's not the only one. See, these people aren't just doing things just because they're doing it. They're learning this stuff from others, okay, in the industry. She talks about how the abuse, okay, pretty much a lot of these people were sexually abused in some way, shape, or form, okay, and probably blackmailed because of it. And she talks about how these abused people, some of them, a lot of them have come out to be the abuser. And Puff Daddy is one of them, okay? And who else does she talk about being one of them? Mary J. Blige, okay? But anyway, she also talks about, where she specifies about how Puff Daddy, these producers trying to come up and get their music out there and stuff, and whoever else trying to get their music out there and wrote a song or whatever, and it's good, it's popping, okay? And he buys it, and then he keeps it. He don't publish it. So you never hear the song. It wasn't a hit because you never heard it. Oh, scandalous. Okay. Yeah. But he talking about, yeah, we talking about Jag. Yeah. But he had the money to do that. Okay. And how they were putting people on a platform and that's right, okay? That's right. It don't take long to decipher from this conversation, okay? And how he was, how shimmy, they stimmy. That means to stifle. They stifle mute, okay? The better singers. Okay, there's a lot, and we know that she's a good singer. She's a darn good singer. She sings now. She's a better singer than Mary J. Blige. Okay, if you haven't heard her sing, hear her sing, and you will know that she's a better singer than Mary J. Blige. Okay, right? But they have that similar sounding voice, and they didn't want the competition. Mary was up there. Ooh, and then, ooh, where you see what she was talking about Mary, how they ran a train on her, how they would get her sloppy drunk. Ooh, wee. Now there's another person I have to get his. Let me look. I'm gonna have to. You guys, I'm gonna hip you guys to him too, because he talks along these same lines. Let me see if I can pull him up. Okay. Yes, girl. But she was talking about how they ran a train on Mary. Okay. She also talks about the fact that, yes, okay, Chanel Reyes. Uh, is that a man? Because this is a man. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go to my history. I'll tell you. Yeah, 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 girl. Okay. Right. That exactly. Okay. We already heard this stuff back in the day, and now she's reiterating it and putting, okay, and giving you the whole picture as to what was going on, and you're like, oh we know, yeah, okay, yes, okay, and so uh okay, wait, let me get you this guy. Let me get you this guy because this is some stuff, okay. He talks about witchcraft, and she briefly talks about it too, how they're doing witchcraft in the industry, okay, how they are um um getting these people under the influence, drugging them and stuff. And I kind of, what reminded me, let me tell you, okay, I was watching what is her name? Oh, she's a psychic, and I watch her all the time. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot her name. But anyway, she was talking about some of these stars. One of them was Michael Jackson. Okay. She talks about Michael Jackson and Sloan. That's it, Sloan. Mama G, girl, we need to hook up. Okay. Sloan, that's her name. Okay. She talks about now, there are now, Michael Jackson was one. He was definitely one. And what she said made sense. Okay. She also talks about other celebrities in that form. Okay. Yeah, isn't it funny? Okay. And so when these people are talking, we got Sloan the psychic, we got Jaguar, okay, the singer, okay, been there, know that she was all up in the mix, okay, right? And then there's this other guy. Let me find him. Okay. When you're listening to him, and so I was listening to Sloan, okay, for years. Okay. I don't listen to her as much because I don't like to get into all these conspiracy theories. Okay. And it's not that they're wrong or whatever. I just don't like to get in too many conspiracy theories because you can get caught up. That's why. Okay. I don't like to get into a lot of things that deal with the third, this other realm, okay, of the world, because you can get caught up. So I don't want to get caught up like that. But okay, let me explain what she was saying about Michael Jackson. Okay, she was talking about, she connected with Michael Jackson, okay, and of course, we want to know, did he do this to these children? Okay. She did not say directly, okay, that he did this to these children. She's communicating, okay, she's asking him. He's not coming off directly, but he's saying that he did it indirectly, okay? And the way she said it, no, I don't know who Honeycomb is. Okay, but she was talking about him with these little kids. Okay, he says that he was not his self. He was not, it was, she said, he was telling her it was like he was outside of himself looking at this person, okay, that was him, basically, is what she was saying. And I'm like, oh, Honeycomb. Oh, that's Puppy. Yeah, that's what, girl. That's what I'm talking about. Well, not right now. Okay. Wait a minute. Are you talking about Sloan said something about Puffy? Okay, but she talks about, okay, how these people drug them, okay, and get them drunk, okay, and so they're so out of it. They're doing things that they don't normally would do. Now they remember they did it, okay, but they weren't themselves. Okay, and she talks a lot about that in the industry. She also talks about the brown babies, okay, and the brown babies she's really referring to is something that has a lot to do with this Illuminati, okay, Illuminati, and I think it is the Church of Scientology, okay, where they feel. She did a big read, okay, on who? You know, I'm all for that. That's right up my alley. She did a big read, okay. But she talks about, and she's explaining to you, okay, how they drink the blood of these brown babies. Now, why the babies got to be brown? Okay. Why they got to be brown? Why they can't be white babies? Okay. And she talks about, yeah, I think I seen when she did it on Biggie Smalls, but if she did it again, because sometimes she repeats. Right. Yeah, you're exactly right, Deborah, okay? Because that's the only way you can blackmail them is to record them. So if they say blackmail, you know they got records, okay? Right? And yeah, and eat them. Yeah, girl, okay, yeah. Girl, okay. And she's talking about, I know it sounds crazy. She says, but they actually believe that these people, these brown babies, drinking their blood, eating them, is going to give them, they'll never grow old. They're going to look young, okay? They're going to live long. Yeah, she said, and they actually believe this. Girl, I'm like, shh. And they get caught up in this crap. Woo! Child. And then, okay, now this guy, let me find him. Okay, before I go, let me find this guy. You, okay, and Mama Gee, this for you, Mama Gee, okay, that you can go and listen to him. And he's connected with Jaguar, Wright, okay, he's connected with her too. And he also was talking about how they be doing witchcraft, right? And he tells a little story about how they tried to do that with him. The devil is a liar, okay? And that's the thing about it. The Bible tells you the devil's a liar, okay? And a lot of these people, they've heard this, the devil's a liar, but they still get themselves caught up into this stuff, right? Okay, let me find this guy. Yes. Port City. Let me see. They got all kind of stuff, but that's Storm Monroe. I'm trying to see this guy. Yeah, I've been watching videos. Okay, I gotta go through it. Let me see. Oh, and she talks about Jada and Will. Let me see because I know his face. Yeah. Now she was part of this group called The Roots. Now I've never heard of The Roots. Now this was the time I believe I was a drug addict. Okay, in half of the 1980s, all the way through the 90s. Okay, so if it's something in there I don't know nothing about. Okay, let me see. Oh, and she talks about Tevin Campbell. She talks about Kevin. Did you hear about? Yeah, she's connecting the dots. She talks about Tevin Campbell. Now, I remember when Tevin Campbell came out, you could tell he was gay. It wasn't no secret. They was like, oh, he gay, like they surprised. I'm like, you could tell he was gay, but he could sing. And she talks about how he's now a drug addict, prostituting himself on the streets of Hollywood for drugs and some change. That's what she's saying. Okay. Oh, sheesh, I might have missed this. I'm gonna post it on my community page. Okay, so I'll post some of this stuff on my community page for you guys. Okay, yeah, because it's very interesting, and I just happened to listen to him, and he had Jaguar Wright on there too. He did a thing with her. Yeah, I hear that. Okay, and I was listening to them sing, and they were rapping, and she did her little. Oh yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. Okay, see, but she's talking about how jealousy is so real. Okay, and yeah, so and then she talks about the industry, the women, and how the women are used, abused, raped. Okay, and they are afraid to speak, or nobody believes them, or okay, whatever. So yeah, she talks about how she was sexually assaulted by Common. She got up from a concert show and got in the bed, and he jumped in the bed, and yeah. So she talked. Yeah, they talk about that. So what she's saying, okay, and Sloan, okay, was talking about how all this stuff was going to come out. It's coming out, okay. She said it's going. Yeah. And she talks about how this stuff is coming out. These people are drinking these babies. Now, how they drinking their babies' blood? They killing them. They sacrificing them. Well, if you're eating them, you gotta kill them. Okay. But yeah. And she talks about it. She was saying things too. She was talking about she even went into what was this? Epstein's, these it was Epstein, all these steams, okay. And what was that other guy? Yeah, she was talking about how they are getting these kids and they just and see they're going, and she tells you they're going to other countries to do this because they can get away with it in these other countries because they're poor countries. They need the money. Okay. I seen a documentary on the little kids that are abused, and they got these little kids like a farm. Okay, you can pick the kids. The kids are like these little kids. Okay, they ain't even 10 years old, and they like, ooh, sucky. Ooh, I sucky for you. I sucky good. Yeah. Yes. Okay. And they were talking about that. So when she says when she says the things she says, now this is coming through psychically. Okay, so she says she may know all about it too, because she's in the industry too. So she may have seen it herself. But anyway, she talks about this, and she talks a lot about these conspiracy theories, okay, and how a lot of these celebrities who died were actually murdered, killed, okay, for whatever reason. You'd be surprised. She was talking about a lot of celebrities, and I think Beyonce, I'm not sure, you don't have to quote me on that, but I believe Beyonce and Jay-Z is tied up in that too. Okay. You wonder why these stars are so big and others are not. Now, my friend, okay, I talked to, she can't stand Beyonce. She can't stand Beyonce. She hates Beyonce. Okay. That's her personal thing. She just don't like Beyonce because the way the other girls in the group were did. Okay. I'm not a Beyonce fan. Well, neither is she. I'm not a Beyonce fan. I feel that she can sing, but I don't think she's a great quality singer. Personally, I think there's a lot of singers who are not even famous that can sing better than Beyonce. And I'm going to tell you another terrible singer. Yeah, I said it. Rihanna. I don't think Rihanna is all that good of a singer either, but for some reason these women are put. Oh, matter of fact, ain't them Jay-Z's girls? The hips don't lie. Okay, everybody's saying that. Okay. Oh yeah, she's very overrated. But who's competing with her? Who's competing with her? Who's competing with Riri? Do you know who's competing with Cardi B? Who was competing with what's her name? The little pink Barbie, Nicki Minaj. Who was competing? If you noticed, okay, now yeah, Kelly, and so I think they said, what was that other girl name? She just had a baby or got married or something. That other girl in the group, not Kelly, I can't think of the girl's name. But the other girl in the group. No, I haven't bought Beyonce or Rihanna music, but what I'm saying is, okay, I like the music. Don't get me wrong. I like and the song to the left, everything you own in the box to the left. Okay, yes, girl. You know that. Now, that was written by a guy. Okay, but anyway. Right. There's a lot. LaToya Luckett. That's her name. LaToya Luckett. Okay. They said she was a better singer. Okay. But of course, Beyonce had the looks. Okay. See what I'm saying? But she definitely, yeah, there's singers. Yeah. Okay. So I'm noticing that remember the girl rappers? The girl groups and all that stuff and how they would be out and making their music and stuff, okay? You don't see them that much anymore, do you? Do you? Okay. You see these women by themselves. There's nobody really competing with them. There's no competition. What's up with that? Okay. Yeah. See? And you know what I'm saying? So this is what I'm saying is going on here. And if you listen to these people, okay, what they're saying is going to stay in your mind. And you're going to be able down the road, okay, if you don't know, because we know a lot of us older people, we've already heard the rumors and all this. Now we're seeing some more come to fruition, okay? Yes, with this Jaguar Wright, okay, all this stuff that they're saying, you got to listen to the bits and pieces that people are saying because they're not saying it all in one whop. Okay, but if you listen to the bits and people that other people saying, and I'm not just saying the R&B group, all these different people, okay, did Aretha Franklin have competition back in the day? Aretha Franklin, okay, there was Aretha Franklin, Roberta Flack, and there was some other singers. There was a lot of other singers, okay. Aretha Franklin was out there. Roberta Flack was really popular too. Yes, yes. Everybody was out there back in the day, okay? That's why you got all these oldies but goodies, okay? Just like even the groups, okay? And then a lot of times what they would do was they would take the lead singer and they would pull him to the side and fill his head up and tell him he don't need that group and all that, and he believes them and goes off on his own and he's a flop. Okay? Yeah. Same thing that happened with who was it? Belle Biv DeVoe. They had a couple of songs and then they're gone. Oh, and who broke off of them? That Ralph Transvet guy. Okay, they got his head. They blew his head up. I'm like, he leaving already? He just got started. They blew his head up, honey, and he was a flop. I'll check her out, Janelle Reyes. Okay, but I was telling you about this guy, and I'm gonna post it on my community page later on. And he talks about some of the stuff going on back in the industry too. And he was talking about how they had gotten so drunk and stuff. And oh, he was talking about the witchcraft that was going on. Okay, and I've actually seen people do this. Okay, right? And what they're doing is they're asking you questions, and that's what the girl was asking him questions. And then they go off and ask you some old weird freaking question, okay, and stuff. They want to see your response. That's what he was saying. They want to see your response. If you bite, then they talk more and they, trying to pull you in. He says if they don't bite, conversation, they end the conversation, they walk away. Okay, in his case he was fired the next day. Okay, but he talks about this, and what it is that he is talking about how they get you caught up in witchcraft and stuff like that. Okay, and they start questioning you to see where your mind is, to see if you're gonna bite. Okay, oh, they took him to a party. Okay, he went to a party, and this girl that he liked was going to the party, so that's why he went to the party. Okay, and he seen the girl at the party. Now he left. He said that the girl was questioning him, and they started talking, and he says, "I'm not into that." I forgot how he put it, okay? But anyway, that devil worshiping and spells and voodoo, okay? So the next day he was fired. He says, so in other words, okay, they see you're not going to bite. You're not, you're not into that, okay? And that is your faith in God and your knowledge in God and your belief in God that'll save you from stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And basically that's what happened with him. Okay, he like, nah, I'm not gonna get into that. Some people, even though they know better, oh, I'll dabble. Okay, we're having fun. Yeah, but see, that's how the devil gets you. The devil gets you because he makes it all fun. It's all fun and games at first. Even drug addiction, alcoholism. It's all fun and games. You're enjoying yourself. You're just relaxing. Okay. Yes. Yeah, the witch hazel. Yeah. Okay. Is that what it is? Yeah, I've always wondered about that name. They say it's a good product. I've never used it. Someone sent it to me. I still don't know what to use it for. Okay. But another thing is that I don't get into all this demonic things that these kids are growing up with. These skulls, okay, the dark, everything dark, okay, and demon looking like demons, even they makeup, doing their makeup like demons. Okay, what's right is wrong, what's wrong is right. All this stuff is all built in to this demonic, okay, devilish stuff, and I don't do it. I don't do it. And if the name is devilish, no, I don't mess with it either. Right. I don't get no skull earrings, no skull nothing. I don't get nothing that have no skull on it. Okay, because that's death. The crystals, okay, yeah, the crystals, the crystals that can relax you and keep these spirits away, all that stuff. It's now the crystals, okay, the crystals you would say is I would call lightweight witchcraft. Okay, you can correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody can chime in. I don't try to know too much about this stuff, but I do know enough, okay, that I don't get into that kind of stuff. When you start telling me, that's why I stepped away from the zodiac, okay, the astrological signs and stuff like that. Now I still dabble in reading my horoscope entertainment, but I don't faithfully do it like I used to. I don't buy a book on Aries and the horoscope for the year like I used to. Okay, I stay away from that stuff. You see what I'm saying? Okay, because it's not that it's so it's lightweight. It's lightweight. They teach, okay, I'm taught that it's lightweight witchcraft, okay, as far or stuff like that that can open you up, get you involved in that kind of stuff. See, so you have to watch it, okay? So I'm like, okay, let me just leave this alone. Okay, we're gonna give this to God because all this stuff is taking you away from the man upstairs. See, that's why they in the forest, and they got these little graven image they didn't carved out or whatever, okay, and they're praising it. Okay, and that's why it's good to read your Bible. If you haven't read your Bible, it is good to get into reading your Bible. Okay, start off with the New Testament, with Psalms and Proverbs. Okay, those are the things that are common sense. They're just common sense, so you can relate to it. Okay, get you related to it. But the Bible is not something that's telling you what to do. It is guiding you and showing you the right way to go and to act. And there's nothing wrong with that. But what we're learning, what the kids are learning today is the wrong way. Okay, they're even, let me tell you something, they're even using homosexuality. Okay, they're even using homosexuality to bait these kids in, okay, to all this demonic crap. Okay, you don't have to be no demon to be, okay, if you're homosexual, but they're using it to pull you in and say it's okay and all this kind of stuff, and you can do this. Okay, if you're not homosexual, okay, why are you doing it? Because the other kids are doing it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what they pry on. The younger generation, they're more impressionable. You can work them. You can work these young generations. Okay, we were young, we were dumb, we know. Okay, been there, done that. What's my take on ancestors? What do you mean on ancestors? Full moon and new moon. Yeah. They get that. These things. Okay, tuning in. These things that you guys speak of, okay, the full moon and the new moon and all this kind of stuff. Here's the thing about it, okay. I do believe in the earth and its movement and the moon, okay, and the new moon, okay. I have some kind of sense to that, but I don't have that much belief into it where I'm gonna see if there's a new moon, okay. When there's new moon coming up, what day there's a new moon and all this kind of stuff. I don't get that far into it. Yes, I feel it does have something to do with the earth because everything on the earth and around the earth has something to do with the earth. It's the galaxy. You see what I'm saying? And these different things can affect it, but it's getting too much involved in it. Okay, that it starts taking you into other avenues. So the next thing you know, you won't be just into the full moon. You'll be into other stuff too. Okay, you see what I'm saying? And then it gets complicated and it starts just really can suck you in. I just don't like complicated things, so it sucks me out, spits me out. It don't want me. Okay, I'm not getting into all that moon now. I do see, okay, from an outside perspective, how people are on the same page, at the same time. I just see that. You can't help but notice it. Okay. And just something as simple as me being a cashier and how I can see everybody being on the same page. Everybody want to come in and buy, I don't know, uh, uh, hand sanitizer for whatever reason. Okay, when I worked at the gas station, it was funny because people would buy a certain brand of cigarettes. Okay, all on that same day, everybody's buying Newports. Okay, I'm selling a lot of Newports. The next day, I notice I'm selling a lot of Camels. You know what I'm saying? One day it's just all kinds of cigarettes, but you just can't help but notice. Like dang, everybody seems to be buying. A lot of people be wanting Newports, and this, and so you notice. Okay, I noticed that a lot of people are buying liquor. Okay, and stuff like that. Now it could be a holiday celebration. Okay, but then there's times when there's just not a celebration or a holiday and people are just on that page, they want to drink. So I've noticed that some people believe they could communicate with deceased relatives. Well, yeah, they believe others can communicate with deceased relatives. Now, can they or can't they? Can't they? Okay, it boils down to whether you believe or not. Do you believe they can? Do you believe they can't? I don't know. Okay, I'm not trying to communicate with dead folks. Okay, now I have had some encounter with that part of the world. Have I seen a ghost? Yes, I've seen a ghost. I guess you could call it a ghost. I've heard voices calling out to me, not because I'm schizo, but no, I've heard the voice or whatever. Okay, but I don't really try to get all into it. So as far as psychic abilities, I've had dreams of things happening before they happen. I have experienced it personally for myself. I'm afraid of it. Yes, okay. But so I understand that there are actually people who can see things before they happen or whatever. They come, depending on the person, they could come in dreams, they could come in a flash, it all depends on the person. However, I don't get caught up into that because these are things that lead to other things, just like the full moon, the new moon, the astrology, and all this kind of stuff, psychic. Okay, they all lead down that path. That's why even with Sloan Bella, that's her name, Sloan Bella, even she is telling you about messing around with this kind of stuff and how you open doors for demons to come in. Okay, and demons are real. So if demons are real, I don't know why ghosts can't be real. But anyway, I ain't going there. Hey, you! I ain't going there. Okay? You don't want to communicate with the dead. Okay? Well, usually in a community, I'm not calling them. I ain't calling them. Have I done a seance? Heck yeah, I've done a seance. Okay. But then I'm like, wait a minute, what am I gonna do if the person come up? Okay, I'll be scared. So no, I ain't doing that. I said I ain't doing that no more. Okay. Yes, that's right. Yeah, right. You don't do because and what we're talking about, Pam, is how these little things such as like full moon, believing in the full moon, following the astrology and stuff like that can lead you into these paths. They lead into this demonic path. Now, whether you get a good demon or a bad demon, you don't know. You see what I'm saying? But you open up the door. You open yourself up to that. And I do believe that. I do believe that. Okay. I do believe you can open your door up to that stuff. And it's a place, in other words, you don't want to go. Okay. I mean, who would? You know? Yeah. Yeah, it's cool to learn about it, right? It's cool to learn about it and to learn the different things, and stuff like that, okay? And you can move on because it's those kind of things, yeah, they get, yeah, they get tricky there. Okay, yes. So now we back, okay. Um, like I was telling you on this Minpam, have you heard about have you been looking at Jaguar, right? Oh yeah, yeah. And this is not Africa. This is all over the world. Back in the day. Now you have to understand that back in the day, they were closer to spirituality than we are now. Okay. As you go, the further you go back, the closer you get to God, spirituality. Okay. You see what I'm saying? You get back just like those people in the Bible, okay, when God would speak to them, okay? You know how much understanding and belief you had to have for God to just, okay, and he split the sea and you witness it. And how long ago was that? We couldn't see, we ain't no way we could see how he split that sea. But we believe he can do it if you believe in God. Because he can do anything. And they said he split the sea. I ain't gonna say he lied. I wasn't there. Okay. But there's other things that now that you can see in nature that show you that God is there, okay, that he exists. But there's also things, okay, like I said, you got to watch it because they will open you up to another part of the world you don't want to mess with. Say, that's what that is. No, I don't do that voodoo and demon stuff either. No, 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 no. Say, yes. So that's what that is about. Okay. I was gonna come on here and talk to you guys about some other news tidbits, but that was what we got on right here. So I'm gonna have to put a little Jaguar right into the title. Yes, okay. But yeah, so oh, she also touched on the fact about Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. What you should do to be more closer to God, read your Bible, pray. Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's what you do. And a lot of people, do you know how many people are out here that don't have never opened the Bible? Unbelievable. But that's what this generation, how many people have not opened a Bible, not read a word out of the Bible? Okay. You read your Bible. That's why I say start with Proverbs, Psalms, and Proverbs, okay? Because these are just common sense sayings, okay? You know what I'm saying? It's common sense. No, I don't know how she thought her daughter was going to get out, how she was getting out because, but she's just using the daughter being sick, okay, as a ticket to get out of jail. And she in there boo-hooing and crying, okay. But, and keep all the commandments. Now, you're always going to fall short of God's glory, okay? But he knows your heart. And that's what you got to also realize, too. He knows your heart. He knows that you meant to be good. And, okay, even though you do things that you shouldn't be doing, God knows your heart. And he will accomplish you about, okay? He will encompass you, okay? So nothing bad happens to you. And you wonder why sometimes you get away with the things you get away with. Well, that's because he knows your heart. You know what I'm saying? He knows that in your heart is good. See? So the things that you do wrong, you know, no, and look how the devil's got you. The devil's got you. You don't even have a freedom of speech. You offend somebody. I mean, he's attacking every which way he can to the point of exhaustion. Pretty soon, you're just gonna be like, F it. You know what I'm saying? Let me grab the Bible. That's what you need to do. If you need some footing and you need to get some grab onto some rope here, you better grab that Bible. I'm trying to tell you. She had a 12-year-old daughter, yeah. So, yes, it's a lot to think about. And then the fact that somebody pays you $10,000, that's a lot of money. People get paid less than that for murder. They get less than that for murder. She got $10,000? Yes. So that's what that is, people. I got one more thing before I go. Oh, okay. See, and we ain't the only one with problems. We ain't the only one with problems. Okay. They got a Chinese teacher. Chinese teacher has been sentenced to death after a court found out she poisoned more than 25 kids. Okay, these were kindergartners. Okay, she poisoned them. Okay, now she was poisoning them, but I think only one died. Okay, yeah, I think they're gonna sentence her to death before the firing squad. And this was last year that she committed this crime. Okay, and she poisoned them with. Let me see. Okay, sodium nitrate. Sodium nitrate. Okay, she had their breakfast. You know, when they come to school, the kids come to school and they eat breakfast. She tainted it with the sodium nitrate. The kids start falling out, getting sick, having convulsions, and all that kind of stuff. Right. So they investigated, and then okay, now wait a minute. So did I get it? Let me see. Yeah. And then the thing about it was, the thing about it is she tried to poison her husband too. He got sick too. Not at the same time. This was years ago before she did this. She's what you call one of them vindictive old hags, okay? Really vindictive, okay? She was mad because they had some kind of disagreement over the management of the students, okay? So she got mad and she gonna try to poison the students. Well, she did poison them. They just didn't, they got sick, but only one actually died. And I guess as they did their investigation, okay, into her background, come to find out she poisoned her husband too, but it didn't kill him though. But she poisoned her husband. Yeah, these folks that lost their mind. So we ain't the only one with problems. This is all around the world. Probably so. Probably so. Okay, yes. So don't forget to thumbs up the video, people. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Don't forget to sub to my channel because there's definitely going to be more. And I am going to go back in and I am going to have a binge on Jaguar Wright. looking at videos and see what I missed. Okay. I'll keep you updated on the Tim Norman situation, and try to find out when they're actually going to go to trial. You know what I'm saying? Because they are in St. Louis. They are definitely in St. Louis. They've been turned over. So, yeah, we'll check it out. So, with that said, whatever you do, stay blessed. Okay. Stay blessed.